Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession, and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And they get him down, but not before he takes across the 40-yard line.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And again, it's Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
The Giants are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. A beautiful fake. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receiver...
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 27, Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Mayfield on first down. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. For this offense, looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Wan'Dale Robinson, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He finds his man. It's Robinson.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out first and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now first and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Mayfield to Moore for the Carolina first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Laviska Shenault, here's a name that a lot of teams league-wide have kept eyes on. Flown a bit under the radar through his first 2 seasons, but he has produced 600 yards in each as a target eater. Not hard to see why the league remains high on it, especially when he makes catches like that.
So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The New York set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Barkley, inside handoff.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
86 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second and 5 now. Jones. They'll roll him out right.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A handoff to Barkley. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from inside the 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones flushed out right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's a give to Barkley. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Jones on 1st down. Flush to his right. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use. In the final stages. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Off play action. Jones. He'll buy some time right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hudson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.